Alrighty, what we've got here is a 2005 5.3 LS motor with 400,000 miles. Seemed to run pretty good when we pulled it. It did use a little bit of coolant and obviously was leaking oil significantly. So I'm gonna tear it down, see what's going up. This is a little concerning, but let's pull this thing apart and see if it's salvageable, can be freshened up, or if it's just gonna be another one for the junk pile. Alrighty, wiring and front accessories off. Yanked the intake off. It shows you the fucking years of grime. And the intake ports doesn't look so bad though. Let's keep going. Alrighty, time to pop this thing open and see what we're looking like. Yeah, sludgy. Let's pop some valve covers off, see what that looks like. Yep. It's actually remarkable that with all that sludge in there, this thing actually ran pretty good and made it to 400,000 miles in spite of not doing enough oil changes, in my opinion. This truck was a customer's of mine. He generally got it in for oil changes around every 7,000 or 8,000 miles using a synthetic blend oil. And actually the motor was not what went in this truck that killed it. The transmission died on it, and that was the final straw where he wasn't gonna fix it anymore. But this motor still ran, and ran pretty good. But so far, not looking like something that I'm gonna wanna freshen up. Too nasty inside, and probably not worth taking the thing apart and getting it hot tanked and all that. But let's get some heads off, then we'll get the oil pan off, see what the cylinder bores look like, see what the rod bearings look like, and go from there. Okay, heads are off. Actually looking not so bad in here. No signs of blown head gaskets or anything like that. And most remarkable, 400,000 miles. Still have a crosshatch in the cylinders. And there is no ridge at all. So, we got, no, that's not a ridge, that's just some carbon buildup. Look at that. So 400,000 miles, this thing could go back together without having to bore the thing over at all. Next up, pop the oil pan, see what the bottom end looks like. Alrighty. Time for the oil pan to come off. Can I do this one-handed? Pretty sludgy. Pickup's clear. Alrighty, so the teardown's gonna stop here. And I'll show you why. I pulled number 7 piston, and we got some nice scoring on the side of the piston. And when I look down into the cylinder, you can see scoring in the cylinder wall to match. So that means this block would need to be bored over, and if it needs to be bored over, I need to buy pistons and spend a bunch of money at this machine shop. That is more than the $600 for a good used 5.3. So rebuild or teardown stops here. However, this is actually amazing. I remember 400,000 miles. Rod bearings look like brand new. Can't catch a finger on anything there. Nothing that'll catch a finger on the crank. So 400,000 miles, poor maintenance, thrashing on this thing every day. And the 5.3 just takes it and keeps on trucking. So good to know. When you're in the junkyard, don't be scared of mileage, I guess. As long as it's not all sludged up, should be fine. 200,000, 300,000, pull it out and run it.